dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Katie Cook. With storms possibly on the way here in the mountains, let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Brooke Marshall for a look at your forecast.
Yes, we are starting our severe weather alert coverage because we are expecting, like Katie said, some heavier bands of rain and showers to come in tomorrow evening. So as you're wrapping up your Easter Sunday, you can prepare for some heavier rounds of storms. But overall tonight, not looking too bad. If you look outside or towards our camera at the University of Virginia into Wise, you can see we've seen some pretty nice conditions this evening, but those clouds have been increasing ahead of these showers that we are expecting to see tomorrow. And you can see that cloud cover on the satellite and radar really starting to build up, and we've seen a few light showers pass through as well. However, these have been very quick and light, and they've gone by rather quickly, but we've stayed on the warmer side. Temperatures in those 50s still, so cooling down a little bit, but just a little bit. We're still anywhere from those upper to mid 50s tonight right now, and we'll continue to cool down as we head into those overnight hours, but we really won't be seeing those rain chances coming back until tomorrow. Yes, on your Easter Sunday. Now I think the showers in the morning will be a little bit lighter. You might get some more breaks in the morning as well, but as we head into those afternoon hours, that's when we're expecting those heavier bands of rain and some storms to roll through as well, and I'll show you more details on that and break that down in just a little bit. Katie.
All right, Brooke, thank you. Governor Beshear announced today there are 185 new cases of COVID-19 in Kentucky and 4 new deaths. Yesterday, he issued a controversial order to keep folks healthy at home on Easter Sunday. And Shelby Lofton tells us he reiterated the importance of that today.
This Easter weekend, Governor Beshear is doubling down on banning mass gatherings with the exception of drive-in church services.
There are folks out there that might disagree with it, that it might sound however it sounds, but they don't have to read out the number of deaths every day. They don't have to do that. And while this is a worldwide pandemic, I feel responsible for those deaths.
He says his other options were not intervening at all, which he sees resulting in more deaths, arresting pastors, or padlocking church doors. But others are criticizing his orders. The Kentucky GOP issued a statement saying, quote, Governor Beshear's order for state police to stalk churchgoers and turn their information over to government agents is a blatant overreach.
I know people have focused on the license plate, but all I'm trying to do is to say if you're making the decision to go to a mass gathering, it shouldn't impact other people, right? Your decision should stay with you. So if you are going to put yourself at risk for getting the coronavirus, if you feel it's that important, fine. Just self-quarantine for 14 days.
Beshear acknowledged a disproportionate number of African Americans being infected or dying by the virus.
It, I believe, stems from an unequal access to health care.
He says this is a fight we will win.
I hope we also come out of it appreciative, more appreciative of our everyday heroes, of those minutes with our families, of our seniors.
With losses along the way. In Lexington, Shelby Lofton, WKYT.
Beshear will hold a more brief news conference tomorrow on Easter Sunday. He expects to give updates on testing then. Just after the news conference, the Breathitt County Health Department confirmed 1 new case of COVID-19 in their county. And Owsley County reported its first cases of COVID-19 today. Officials from the Kentucky River District Health Department confirmed the 2 cases in the county. The 2 patients are a 45-year-old woman and a 24-year-old man. Both are in self-isolation in their homes in Owsley County at this time. Now you can find out more on these cases and other COVID-19 cases in Eastern Kentucky on our website, WYMT.com. In Harlan County, Judge Executive Dan Mosley believes at least 10 churches will still have in-person services for Easter tomorrow. Mosley warned the churches on Facebook that they are putting their members in harm's way. Mosley did say he was allowing churches to hold drive-in services in the county, but Harlan County does not have any confirmed cases of COVID-19 at this point, although tests are still pending. And a federal judge in Louisville has reversed Mayor Greg Fisher's ban on drive-in church services this weekend. The Courier-Journal reports Fire Christian Church in Louisville sued the mayor and the city, citing religious liberty. Fisher claims he has not asked law enforcement to take action on the churches, and Governor Andy Beshear said he was in favor of drive-in services that abided by the rules he mentioned today in his coronavirus update. Well, the COVID-19 pandemic has forced nursing homes across the country to make major changes, including no visitors inside. But Brookdale Rehabilitation in Lexington had some special Easter visitors at their windows today. Olivia Russell shows us this uniquely Kentucky surprise.
It's a big weekend with a big surprise. Well, 3 small surprises.
We are going to share our little mini rescue ponies with the nursing home today.
The horses, or bunnies, from McConaughey Farm paraded around the windows of Brookdale Rehabilitation Center in Lexington, a special Easter celebration for Lisa McConaughey's mother.
Well, Easter is one of my mother's favorite holidays, and it's an important holiday.
She says it's been a rough few months for her mom, who has suffered a stroke and a heart attack since Christmas and is now living at the nursing home. But her health worries don't end there. McConaughey watched as nursing homes across the country have been hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic. Now in the Bluegrass, more than 200 Kentuckians in these facilities have tested positive for the disease, including at least 18 deaths.
When this first started, we really seriously considered bringing her home, but she has such medical conditions and such medicines and would need 24-hour care that we just can't do. We run farms and feed horses, and there's not a person who could be here 24 hours a day.
But Brookdale and others have taken steps to ensure safety.
Everybody is tracked before they go in. The workers are only the ones that go in, and we can't do their laundry any longer, and they do everything in-house. No food goes in. They're being super, super careful, and we're so thankful for that.
So even if she can't go inside to say hey, she and her horses can be outside saying nay. In Lexington, Olivia Russell, WKYT.
The owner of the ponies says she would like to have mini pony parades throughout Lexington neighborhoods. You can reach out to the McConaughey Farm to learn more. Concerns over the coronavirus caused one funeral home in Laurel County to think outside of the box. House Rawlings Funeral Home planned a drive-through visitation today to help one family remember their loved one. A funeral director with House Rawlings said they wanted to come up with something to allow others to give their condolences to a grieving family.
It's hard enough on a regular day, but during this time when they're only limited to 10 family members, we had to try to come up with something that would make it a little bit easier.
More than 100 people showed up to the visitation. The funeral home also offers Facebook Live services. Well, Easter is right around the corner, and churches around the Commonwealth are getting creative with their services and other Easter celebrations. WYMT's Camille Gear shows us one example of how a pastor is still making the holiday special for the youth at her church.
Church services, dyeing eggs, and egg hunts.
Who doesn't love candy?
Are all the typical Easter traditions, but due to COVID-19,
I had 9,000 Easter eggs delivered here, ready for our big egg hunt. And I didn't want those to go to waste, but more importantly, I didn't want the kids to not have Easter.
Misty Watkins, the children's pastor at Faith Assembly Church in London, had to get a little creative this year.
So we just decided, instead, since they couldn't come to us, we would take the egg hunt to them.
Bringing the church's annual Easter egg hunt to everyone's front yard.
Team and I had an absolute blast traveling from Science Hill all the way to Williamsburg.
And of course, the children loved it.
And just seeing them absolutely light up. It was a complete surprise to them. We hadn't told them we were coming.
But so did the parents.
The surprise is what makes it even more special, I think. Waking up, not knowing, and then you have eggs in your yard to go find. You have something to do, something to look forward to.
COVID-19 might stop social gatherings.
So knowing that they were not going to be in school anymore, they were not going to be seeing their friends, for us it became a time for us to respond to that in a way that we could let them know that we still love them and to get them in connection with one another. So we have found a bazillion ways to connect them with one another.
Thank you, Miss Misty.
But not the Easter Bunny. In Laurel County, Camille Gear, WYMT, Mountain News.
Watkins says they hope to be able to do fun surprises for their kids throughout this hard time and after it's over. And tomorrow morning for Easter, we are bringing church to your living room. We have partnered with 3 churches, The Table in Louisa, The Creek in London, and Summit in Hazard, to put together an hour-long church service. He is Risen will air the first time from 8 until 9 Sunday morning on both WYMT and Heroes and Icons. It will air again from 9 until 10 on Heroes and Icons, and the last time on WYMT from noon until 1. We will also stream the service on Facebook. Coming up on Mountain News Weekend Edition, an author's book about the 1918 flu pandemic is suddenly on the bestsellers list again. Next, he compares the 2 pandemics for us.
And some heavier rain showers and storms move in tomorrow. I'll have more details on that next.